y'all. Welcome to Sterile But Not Silent, the podcast that brings real talk from behind the blue drapes. I'm your host, Latoria Lewis, a sterile processing student who's learning fast, staying curious, and keeping it clean. Literally. Today's topic is robotics, but not the sci-fi kind with the laser beams. We're talking about robotic assisted surgery and what it means for us in sterile processing. Spoiler alert, is complicated, costly, and critical. What is robotic assisted surgery? There's different systems like the Da Vinci, the Versa, and Hugo. The Da Vinci system is the original and the most popular one. Surgeon sits at a computer and controls robot arms and operate through tiny holes in your body instead of cutting big cuts. It's like playing in the world's most important video game. The Versus is the newer, the more flexible vision. Instead of one big machine, it has separate robot arms that can move around whatever the surgeon needs them. And think of it like a Lego you build when you need. The Hugo, this is another company's version trying to do something but cheaper and more portable. Instead of cutting you open with a big incision, these robots let doctors operate through holes like the size of a straw. You get less pain, tiny scars, and you go home faster. It's basically surgery 2.0, just the same results, just a way less trauma to your body. Over 1.5 million robotic procedures are performed yearly. Surgeons operate robotic arms for better precisions, small incisions, and faster recovery. It's incredible tech, huh? But guess what? These high-dollar robots don't clean themselves. Their job still falls on sterile processing, and we'll do a better job right the first time. The challenges for sterile processing are complex instruments. The robotic tools have tiny parts, the fiber optics, and strict IFUs. Some tools can be only used 10 times before they are discarded. The second challenge is the risk of cross-contamination. If you miss one micro step in the reprocessing, and infection risk skyrockets. The third challenge is the high cost of damage. One mishandling mistake costs thousands. One robotic forceps can cost $2,500 plus. A Midwestern hospital once reported $18,000 in annual damages from robotic instruments. They cost mostly by improper handling during decontamination. Solution 1, special training for the robotic instruments. Robotic surgical tools are very delicate and expensive, so the people who clean and handle them, like the SPD techs, need special training. Companies like the Intuitive Surgical offer on hands classes where you can learn how to properly clean, check, and care for those tools. It's also a good idea to use custom checklists for each of the robotic trays. These lists make sure every step is done the right way each time. Nothing gets skipped or missed. The second solution is using the right tools to inspect instruments. Some of the parts of the robotic tools are tiny. They're hard to see, so the SPD techs need special tools to inspect them properly. These include magnifying glasses, tiny cameras that look inside the narrow spaces, and the lint-free cloth to avoid leaving fabric on the tools. It's also important to keep track of how many times each robotic tool is used. Some tools are only allowed to be used for like 10 times using tracking software. It helps the SPD staff know when a tool has reached its limit and needs to be replaced. Solution 3, working together as a team. We really can't get nothing done without working as a team. SPD staff or OR teams need to communicate better and work together. One way to do this is by including SPD staff in morning meetings or after surgery talks. This helps everyone stay on the same page and learn what we went well and what we can do better. Also, there should be a no blame attitude when a instrument gets damaged. Instead of blaming someone, the goal should be to figure out what happened and how to stop it from happening again. This makes it easier for people to report problems and learn from mistakes without fear. So, in short, to take better care of the robotic surgery tools, train the SPD staff with help with vendors, use the right tools to inspect and track them. And third, build teamwork and open communication between the SPD and the OR teams. This keep the patient safe. We save money and protect the hospital investments. The future is now. Let's talk about where sterile processing is headed, because honestly the future isn't 5 years away. It's happening right now. In many hospitals, AI is already being used in the SPD. One exciting use is smart sorting. Instead of the staff manually separating each instrument after a case, AI software can identify tools. It can track where they belong. It helps sort the trays with impressive speed and accuracy. This means fewer errors, faster turnarounds, and less stress on techs during the peak hours. Then there's the predictive maintenance, where AI really steals the shine. It monitors the washer, sterilers, and other equipment that can alert you before something breaks down. So instead of reacting to issues when they happen, like a washer suddenly stopping mid-cycle, you're ahead of the game. It saves time, prevents downtime, and avoid putting the whole department in emergency mode. But it doesn't stop there. In the decontamination area, the robots are stepping in to help with the heavy lifting. Hospitals are starting to pilot UV disinfecting robots, which runs through the whole room and use ultraviolet lights to kill germs on surface. These are the same types of robots some hospitals use in patient rooms, but now they're being brought into the SPD to improve infections control, right? And let's not forget about the semi-automatic washers. These new washers are designed to be more tech-friendly. They guide techs through loading, unloading, and even alerting when cycles are off or maintenance is needed. They help reduce the physical strain on staff and allow techs to spend more time focusing on inspections and the trade assembly. So what does all that means for you? It means that the techs who learn how to handle robotic instruments or work with this kind of smart technology are going to stand out. Yes. As more surgical departments rely on robotic systems like the Da Vinci or Hugo, they're going to need the SPD staff who understands how to clean, inspect, and manage those trays properly. Bottom line, the robotic skills equal better security, higher pay. Hospitals are already looking for techs with that experience, and some faculties are offering bonuses or higher starting rates for it. And let me tell you this, it's not just a trend, this is the direction of our entire industry going. So if you want to stay relevant in sterile processing, you got to embrace the box, baby. Now it's time to start learning and adapting and getting ahead of the curve. All right, now let's bring this all together. The robotic technology is changing the face of surgery, and sterile processing is right at the center of that transformation. We're not just cleaning tools, we're handling the most advanced surgical instruments in the world. Think about that for a second. These are your everyday clamps and scissors. These are robotic arms. They're wrist instruments and fiber optic systems that allow surgeons to operate with incredible precision. And guess what? SPD is the gateway to this technology. These tools don't make it to the operational room unless we're clean, inspected, assembled, and track them correctly. If anything goes wrong, if a joint sticks, if a part isn't aligned, or if the usage count is off, it can affect the entire surgery. That's a big, huge responsibility, and it proves just how critical your role is. And yes, robotic instruments are complex and expensive. Some cost thousands of dollars and are limited to certain number of use. But when handled right, following the manufacturer's instructions, using the correct inspection tools, and documenting everything properly, they're safe, they're reliable, and they're game-changing for the patient care. The more you know about robotic systems, how to clean them, how to inspect them, how to spot early signs of wear, the more valuable you become to the department, your hospital, or even to your career. Sterile processing isn't just keeping up with technology, we're helping drive it. So lean in, stay curious, and never stop learning, because in this field, knowledge isn't just a power, it's an opportunity. If you're new to SPD or still in school like me, ask your instructor about robotic trades, watch vendor videos, stay ahead of the game. And if you're already working, request robotic in service and let leadership know you're ready to level up, because the robots are here and they need you to keep them safe. This is Latoria, your sterile processing student on a mission, reminding you we don't just clean tools, we protect futures. Thanks for tuning in into Sterile But Not Silent. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll be catching